think it's finally time. I think it's time to flow. I think it's time to start this podcast so they can know the right tips and strategies that bring success. It calls heaven on earth and our busyness. But this is all true because he changed the game and brought the kingdom to every soul representing his name. Now position yourself in him to be blessed and bring heaven on earth in your busyness. It's about the time and now it's going down, and we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets, and every single week you gotta pick this. It's about the time and now it's going down, and we ain't letting nothing stop us, ain't no slowing down. Nah, it's Kingdom Marketing Secrets, and every single week you gotta pick this.
Welcome to Kingdom Marketing Secrets, where you'll hear the best tips, tactics, and takeaways, and any other cool words starting with T, so you can advance your business online the Kingdom way. Welcome your host, Christopher Harold.
Hey, what's going on, my friend? It is I, Christopher Harold, the Kingdom Marketing Superman for Christ-centered coaches, consultants, and experts, where I help them go from overworked, overwhelmed, and underperforming to enjoying a full sales pipeline and more revenue in order for them to fulfill their kingdom assignment and create an eternal legacy with our God's masterpiece, Rapid Success System. And welcome to episode 116. Yes, episode 116 of the Kingdom Marketing Secrets podcast. I'm excited to share this awesome episode with you today, my friends. It's going to be a really good episode. So, hey, I'm pumped up. I'm excited. I hope you're ready. And also, really quick, if you have not grabbed a free copy of my best-selling book, Kingdom Affirmations, that those who are watching on camera right now can see behind me right here. You want to go and do that right now simply by going to kingdomaffirmations.com, kingdomaffirmations.com. You can get a free copy that's covered the shipping and handling right now, my friend. So I'm excited, my friend, to bring this powerful episode for you today. It's going to be one that might be eye-opening. Some might find it controversial, but some might find it disruptive. But one thing that I've discovered, and something that I teach inside of all our master classes, the Money Marketing Master Class, the Get Visible with Virtual Master Class, which has been crazy, tremendous. When we just in the middle of almost finishing up right now, there's been crazy, tremendous breakthroughs in this master class. But one of the days I teach on kingdom principles, right? Because it's so important to understand kingdom principles. And one of the kingdom principles is truth, right? And I always challenge, even when I'm teaching our clients inside of God's masterpiece, right? I teach them and I challenge them. I say, listen, if you become a person of truth in your industry, where you're willing to share the pros and the cons, where you're willing to share the behind the scenes stuff, where you're willing to share the truth, where 99% of your quote-unquote competition won't do, in fear of not making commissions, in fear of not making sales, right? In fear of losing clients or not getting clients, right? If you be that person, that difference maker, I promise you, your business will stand out more than anything else. I mean, think about this. Jesus came and he shared truth, and it ruffled a lot of feathers, right? A lot of folks got mad. People get mad at truth because it's foreign. And when that truth threatens others, they respond in the same manner that you saw the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and all the other C's, right? I mean, but if you are willing to be bold and willing to stand out, you will see yourself leaving that red ocean of all this cutthroat competition, where everybody's undercutting one another, going cheap, or whatever, right? And you carve yourself a nice space in calm blue waters where there is no competition. Why? Because truth is disruptive. And so today I'm going to share some truth with you, because I think some truth is a lot much. I mean, even listen to my whole episode, I share a lot of truth. But today I'm actually going to share some truths that a lot of folks don't know about this industry. So I'm going to share some truths today, talking about entrepreneurship, and more specifically, some truths about the coaching industry and coaching programs, things of that nature, because a lot of folks just don't know some things, and I just want to make you aware of some things, all right? So today's episode 116, It's called the myth of joining low-cost entrepreneur coaching programs. The myth of joining low-cost entrepreneur coaching programs. And before I get started, let me first and foremost share that I have personally invested well over $250,000 in my years of entrepreneurship, in mentorship, coaching, training, marketing, advertising, whatever the case may be, right? Because I believe that if you're going to grow, you have to sow. You know, it's a misnomer to believe that you're going to grow a successful business and not sow financially into it. You know, and training, coaching, mentoring, everything else, right? So marketing, you know, especially marketing and everything else, right? You have to sow financially to grow, especially if you want people to pay you for your programs, right? That should be logical. Now, I can speak from personal experience, and I have joined programs that we might consider low ticket as well as high ticket. So let me qualify. What I consider low cost coaching programs, you know, for entrepreneurs, right, is anything $1,000 or below. Why is that? Why do I consider it low cost? Well, truth be told, you can buy courses online for $3,000. You know, $2,000, $3,000. Just courses, not coaching programs, right? I mean, not talking about coaching programs, just courses where you invest in something, you get access to a membership site, and you watch a bunch of videos. Just courses. So coaching is supposed to be way more valuable than a course. So low cost entrepreneurship coaching programs, in my opinion, are those that are priced $1,000 and below. And I've seen a trend happening in the industry. I've even seen it happen in the Christian entrepreneurship industry, where a lot of low cost entrepreneurship coaching programs are coming out, and it's time to kind of shed some light and some truth on this, some things you may not be aware of. So, first thing, why is this happening? First thing, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Well, let me ask you this. If you are an entrepreneur, and I hope those listen to my podcast, either you're a serious entrepreneur, you're a coach, consultant, expert, and you have an existing business, right? And you want to grow it, right? Well, you have to ask yourself, first and foremost, if I could invest in a course for $2,000, $3,000, and someone approaches me with a entrepreneurship coaching program for $1,000 or less, maybe $995, $997, whatever, right? Why is it priced so low? First thing to ask yourself, if courses online are $2,000 or $3,000, why is this coaching program that's supposed to be more high touch, right? With a coaching program, it's supposed to be more high touch. You should have more interaction. You should be involved in some type of community with other people. It should be some ongoing mentoring and coaching taking place. It could be 90 days, 6 months, or a year, or whatever, right? So there should be a lot more things happening, touch points, than just buying a course. So the first thing you have to ask yourself, why is this price so low, right? And one thing I've seen, and this is true because I even know this from a fact, because I was talking to some people. I'm not going to say any names, but they kind of told me some reason why they were doing what they were doing. But one thing I've noticed for a fact is that usually when something is priced $1,000 below for a coaching program for entrepreneurs, a lot of times a person who's offering that is focused more on quantity and not necessarily quality, right? See, some people are focused on having a lot of bodies in a program. Like, I can admit, when I very first started my coaching program, I can remember when we first launched God's Masterpiece. Now, I've launched a few different coaching programs. I launched my very first one in 2016. But I can remember when we first launched God's Masterpiece in 2020. Initially, my initial thoughts were to have a lot of people in it, right? And at times it was focused on quantity instead of quality. And most people out there today, most of these gurus, most of these folks you see out there are focused on bodies Because why? It looks good for a photo op, right? They'll take a picture with you, and if you got 1,000, 2,000 people with a picture, it's a good marketing tool for the person offering the program to show, look, thousands of people in our program, right? Also, when you focus on bodies, it makes it look good to get these plaques. Like there's a software that I use called ClickFunnels, and what ClickFunnels does, they offer people these plaques. Right? If you do $1,000 in revenue with one funnel, they give you these plaques, right? I mean, not $1,000, $1 million in revenue with one of the funnels. You'll get these plaques, look like platinum records type stuff, and so a lot of people focus is on getting these plaques because you can leverage those, right? Now it means you got $1 million in revenue, and so if you offer something that's cheap, $995, $997, it's much easier to sell that to people. Because think about it. More folks has $995, $997 than people might have 10,000 or 15,000, 20,000, right? So it's much easier to sell more of those. So you get the sales, right? So again, it makes the person over the program look good. Right? And so it's good for your pictures, photo ops. If you got a Facebook group and you got 5,000, 10,000, 30,000, 50,000 people in there and they all paid. Hey, I got a group of 30,000 people, right? So what it does, it strokes the ego of the person offering it. Ask me how I know. It strokes the ego, right? Because now those are some factors. And those are factual from personal experience, from me being part of other programs. I have been a part of numerous programs over the years. Numerous programs. I've joined $10,000 plus programs. I've been in these low cost programs. So I'm speaking of personal experience. I've known people who do this. I know people today who still do these, right? So I know from conversations, this is 100% factual and true. So if you can make it look like your program's a bomb because you got thousands and thousands and thousands of people in there, it will attract other people to you. No one is concerned about the main thing, which God had revealed to me, because initially my thoughts were, oh man, let me get thousands and thousands of people in God's masterpiece. But while God's masterpiece was being launched, I was getting a revelation at the same time. And the revelation what was revealed to me is that it's not about quantity. It's about quality. Because why? At the end of the day, I want to give people results. Now, most mentors, most people who run coaching programs are not focused on giving you results. Because to get true results, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're a coach, consultant, or expert, and you want to get a six-figure plus business, I'm being straightforward with you right now. You will not create a six-figure business from a $995, $997 investment. You just won't. You just won't. There's not enough value. See, the mistake people make is focusing on how much something is instead of how valuable something is. Right? See, what people don't realize, there are certain things that you need to build a successful business online. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. Now, also something I have noticed and experienced is this. Usually those low cost programs, it can be a whole year for $1,000, right? Well, usually those low cost programs have very high attrition. Very high attrition. What is attrition? People leaving. Why? Here's the truth of the matter. When you join these low cost coaching programs, you're excited, you're emotional. Why? Because you see all these people getting in, right? And somehow you believe that you're going to create this mega successful business off $1,000, right? And then once you get in these programs, you hop on these Zoom sessions, and it's 2,000, 3,000 people on those Zoom sessions, and you can't get a word and get help. Ask me how I know. right? You own these coaching sessions or these conference call lines, and it's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people on these calls. You can't get any help. See, what typically happens, the first 30 days, you're caught on this emotional high. That's why I've been in a community with a lot of people. But after about 60 days, 90 days for sure, that buzz wears off. Why? Because you're like, well, shucks, this was cool at first, but I'm not getting any result. I don't see any change in my business. Because why? You can't get change with that many people. And here's the caveat, what you don't realize. The person who sold you that program is not going to personally consult and help you for $1,000. You're not. If anything, you get pushed off on their mentees or cronies, other people that you didn't even have a clue existed until the person sold you the program. You're not going to get help from the person who you thought you're going to get help from. The person who sold you the program, the person who faces front and center, you're not going to get any personal coaching consulting with them. I don't care. It's a whole year program. I've seen people out there offer a whole year program for $995, $997. The person who sold you that stuff is not going to personally help you for $1,000. Just real talk. And people get disappointed and they feel robbed. But it's like, come on, what did you truly expect to get with $1,000 investment for a whole year program? What did you truly expect to get? See, the problem is that people tend to base their decisions off what they think they can afford. So they may say, okay, this is $1,000 and this over here is $10,000 or $15,000, right? And they're like, well, $1,000 is more affordable. But it does not mean it's more valuable and that you would get results from it. You cannot base decision off of how much something is. Because I can promise you this, if something's typically much more, you're getting, I know with our programs, it is, right? You're getting way more in value and you're getting exactly what you need from A to Z to build a successful business online. You're getting the coaching, you're getting the accountability, right? You're getting the mentorship, you're getting the community, and you're getting the services needed. Let me give you a case in point about services needed. If you're going to build a successful business online, there are certain things that you have to have. You have to have a marketing system, a marketing funnel. You have to know where around it. You have to have it. Well, you're not going to get that in a $1,000 program. You have to have an email marketing system. You have to have a way to get consistent traffic, advertising method set up to get traffic, right? People to your offer, right? There's certain tools and resources needed. And unless you're the techie, geeky type, or you want to spend 3 to 6 months moving buttons around on website, trying to get your website up and running, when you should be focused on your expertise, helping people instead of trying to be a nerd, a techie person, right? So if you join a $1,000 program, you're still gonna need all these other resources to build a successful business online. Then what's gonna happen? Then you gotta go out and find somebody else to do it, or hire somebody else to do it, add some on top of that. When you can get it all included in one. See, you can never base a decision off how much something is. You base it off which one of these things was going to allow me to get the fastest results possible in the quickest amount of time. Because you get a package that has everything you need, all the done-for-you services with your funnels, your marketing system, your ads, your copy, all this stuff, plus the training, plus the community, plus the coaching, plus the mentorship. How much it is should not be a factor because there's ways to get stuff, right? I got a whole training that talk about 24 ways to get money and grow your business. You can get financing. You can pull money for 401k. Don't ever let an amount stop you from getting the best value you can get in the shortest amount of time. Because I promise you this, that buzz will die off. Ask me how I know. I've talked to people time and time again who join these low-cost entrepreneurship coaching programs. And literally 90 days, 180 days in, I ask them, how's the program going? Oh, I left it. I'm no longer doing it. And it happens. The attrition rate is through the roof. That's why these guys who's running them are constantly doing challenges, constantly doing these promotions to get people in. Because it's like network marketing. It's a high attrition rate. Why? Because the skin in the game is too small. The skin in the game is too small. So you haven't put much in it. And psychologically, that's why it's easier for people to quit after 60 days, 90 days in a 1 year cheap coaching program. Because why? $1,000 is a very small investment in yourself. So, but then they realized, like, man, this was just a hype fest. It was cool. We felt warm and fuzzy at first, but I can get the personal help that I need. I can get the services that I need. I can get the things that I need to grow my business. I just got a bunch of hype fest going on with a bunch of people caught up in the hype. But the true results you're looking for will rarely be found in those cheap programs. This is just fact, guys. This is just 1% fact. I hope this is helping somebody because I see it time and time again. And I've been seeing it a lot lately in the Christian entrepreneurship space with these people coming out with these cheap coaching programs for entrepreneurs. And people just believing that they're going to just create this mega successful business off a $97 investment. And it's disappointing. It really is disappointing because I know what's coming. And typically what happens is the results people get are very small. Typically 9 out of 10 people don't get any tangible results. Because after showing up on Zoom calls with thousands of people, you realize, like, man, I can't get any help here. If you try to get personal help, that's when you're going to find out how much something really is. That's where they're going to hit you where, it's about $30,000 to really get the kind of help you're looking for, or $50,000 or $100,000. And you're like, okay, wow, I wish I'd have known this before I got started. Well, I'm trying to inform you guys of the truth of the coaching industry right now. Again, courses run $2,000, $3,000. So why do you expect to get something life-changing for $1,000? We have to understand. We have to lower our expectations, guys. And I was having a conversation with a friend a couple of weeks ago, and I was saying, I'm not in competition with these low-cost people out there. I said, because God revealed something to me, for me being in these programs, for me experiencing these programs and seeing the truth, what happens. I said, my main concern is getting my clients results. So instead of me being concerned about 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 people, 500,000 people in the program, give me 5, give me 7, give me 10 solid people that I can personally work with my hands and personally give them everything they need from A to Z and watch me help them get $100,000 plus business in 90 days, in 180 days. I said, I'm focused on getting people results. I said, I'm not focused on just making sales. Because I can go make sales and sell $1,000 coaching program, right? And make sales. And have thousands of people in it. But of those thousands of people being in it, how many we get true breakthrough? I can't give them the same value in a $1,000 program that I give in my other programs. It's just impossible to do, right? We can't offer you done for you service where I got all this hard technical marketing stuff for you, right? And you focus on your area of genius. We cannot do that in a $1,000 program. Nobody can. Nobody can, guys. So this may be a hard pill for some people to swallow, but being affordable does not equate valuable. Being affordable does not equate long-term results. And you need to change your thought of what's affordable. Because if the only thing to you is what's affordable is what's in your bank account, then we have to increase your financial thermostat. You've been conditioned to think whatever you see in your bank account determines what you can afford and what you cannot afford, and that's 100% false. You can do a whole lot more than what you think you can. You just have to be willing to step out your comfort zone, make sacrifices, do things out of the ordinary if you want extraordinary. And I'm just tired of seeing all these people out there joining these programs and then they get jaded, right? Well, guys, we have to begin using common sense. We have to begin using common sense. Right? So It's something to think about. Quality versus quantity. Do you want to be in a program with 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 people and get no attention, no personal help, just a bunch of rah-rah, feel-good stuff? Or do you truly want to get results? That is up to you to answer that question, because you cannot get both. You will not get both in a $1,000 coaching program for entrepreneurs. It's impossible. It's impossible. You find value from this episode? Tell me what you found most valuable. Leave your comments. I'm curious to know your thoughts. And remember this, my friend. Put God first in all that you do, and you too shall succeed. And if you are a coach, consultant, and expert, and you want to find out how we can help you seriously scale your business to 6 figures in the next 90 to 180 days with no fluff, real results, simply go to workwithchrisharrell.com and follow the steps there. All right, my friend, God bless you. Keep God first in all that you do, and you too shall succeed. God bless.
Thanks for listening to Kingdom Marketing Secrets. For more powerful resources to grow your business the Kingdom way, go to kingdommarketingsecrets.com. If this podcast has impacted you, we ask you to subscribe, post a review, and share it with a friend.